Let's begin our restorative yoga class in relaxation pose. Lying down on the back with a bolster underneath of the knees. If you'd like a pillow underneath of the head, allowing the arms to be a little bit wide from the shoulders. Closing the eyes and feeling the inhalation and exhalation of breath. The belly rising and falling with each inhalation and each exhalation. Letting the body sink into the earth beneath you. Releasing all tension in your legs and feet. Allowing the arms and shoulders to feel heavy and relaxed. And feeling a softness within all the facial muscles. Forehead and eyes relaxed. Jaw and chin relaxed. You can gently open the eyes as you draw both knees close towards you, hugging the knees. Breathing into the fullness of the back. And then rolling on your back from one side to the other side. And then we'll bring our feet to the floor and add some support underneath of the pelvis to elevate the pelvis. Taking a few moments to feel the flow of blood towards the heart. Preparing and warming us up for legs up, where we now extend both legs up to the sky. Allow both legs to lean into one another. Knees can be slightly bent. And let's reach the arms up to the sky and to the floor behind us. Palms facing upward. And if there's any tension in the shoulders, bringing the arms a little bit wider. Breathing into the abdomen. Feeling the leg bones sink into the hip sockets. And then bringing our awareness into the lungs, chest, armpits, arms and hands. Slow, relaxed breathing. Thinking of your breath like a wave. The rhythmic waves of the ocean. And we'll now bring one foot and then the other to the floor. Let's bring our right knee to the chest, hold on to the knee, and extend your left leg along the ground. Breathing into the front of the hip area. And now bringing the left knee into the chest and extending the right leg along the ground. And now bringing both knees to the chest, bringing the feet to the floor, removing the bolster. And now bring the knees up to the chest and let's begin a circular movement. Both knees together as you circle the knees in one direction, massaging the low back and the tailbone. Circling in the other direction, both knees circling together. And now we'll change the movement. Knees come apart and circle back together. Massaging in the hip joint, and now switching directions. And now we'll bring our feet down to the floor. We're going to move the bolster to the right side of the body for one knee twist. Bringing the left knee towards you. Turning the left knee to rest on the bolster on the right side of the body. You can look up towards the sky or turn to look towards the left. And then we breathe and relax into this beautiful supported twist. Deepen your breathing. Unwind, coming back to center. Take a breath in center. And then move the bolster to the left side of the body. Bring your right knee towards you and over and across to rest on the bolster on the left. Looking up towards the sky or turning and reaching your arm out to the right side in our supported twist. Directing breath into the torso and spine. And allowing for an opening in the chest and shoulder and in the hip area. And now deepening the breath as we gently unwind, bringing the body back to center, holding the knees nice and close for a few breaths. And then we'll roll onto one side and come up onto the hands and knees. We'll begin with cat pose, rounding the spine, exhaling breath, then extending the spine as you breathe in, and continuing at your own pace, stretching the front and back of the body, stretching and lubricating the spine. And now we'll switch the movement slightly. We're going to inhale, extend the spine, and exhale, sink back into child's pose. Inhale on the hands and knees, extending the spine as you look upward to the sky. And on the exhale, in child's pose. A few times at your own pace with your breath. Noticing the extroverting quality of back bends and the introverting quality of forward bends. Next, we're going to come into a version of downward facing dog, coming onto the hands and knees, right hand coming across, left arm reaching forward, resting our head on the right forearm. As we lean the tailbone back, reach the left arm forward and feel that opening in the shoulder and spine. Then let's slide back to the heels. Come back onto the hands and knees for the other side. Left forearm across, right hand reaching forward, leaning the tailbone back, reaching the right hand forward, resting the forehead on the right forearm. Then sliding back to the heels in child's pose. And then coming on to the front of the body. Elbows wide, palm on top of palm, chin resting on both hands as we alternate one heel and the other heel towards you. Alternating one leg at a time. Feeling this movement in the legs, low back, and around the tailbone. Relax your legs, and now press up onto the hands and knees, and let's prepare for kneeling, a supported kneeling pose, perhaps a bolster between the buttocks and the heels, or a bolsters underneath of the sit bones. Coming into a comfortable kneeling position, resting the hands on the thighs. Finding that length in the spine, softness in the facial expression, eyes closed, slow, relaxed breath. Next, we're going to come into a supported squat. You can have support underneath of the heels. You can have support underneath of the sit bones. Or maybe you can squat without any support. Find a squat that works for you. And once you're comfortable and at ease, focus on your breath. Slow, relaxed breathing, feeling into the hip joints. Next, we're going to come out of our squat into a wide seated forward fold, opening the legs in the shape of a V, allowing a bolster or brick to be in front so that you can lean into it, hinging forward at the hips as you lean the body forward, resting your forearms on support, resting the chest on support, and settling into a relaxed, slow breath. Breathing into the backs of the legs. Breathing into the inner thighs. Breathing into the low back. Slowly coming out of our seated forward fold and arranging ourselves for a simple forward fold with the feet extended together in front of us. Arranging a bolster on the legs to support the forearms or to support the chest. As you hinge forward from the hips, lean into the support, and then relax and breathe into the whole back of the body, the backs of the legs, the back and the spine. Slowly rolling up. And now we will prepare for our final pose, supported butterfly. Arranging a bolster underneath of the spine, perhaps some height underneath of the bolster, and if you'd like, support on either side of the knees. Lowering your back onto the bolster, allowing the knees to open wide with the feet together, and breathing into the whole front of the body as you relax the head and skull. Relax the shoulders and arms. Allow the knees to release outward. And enjoy this beautiful supported back bend. Deepening your breath stretching and waking up the hands, feet, limbs, and spine. Rolling onto your side and coming up into sitting. To dedicate our practice for the well-being of all. Thank you for joining.